Hello students, welcome to biology class. In this video, we will cover the rest of the physiological functions taking place in rabbit. In previous class, we discussed about respiratory system, circulatory system, digestive system, and this class we will see nervous system and urinogenital system. Let us start our class with the nervous system. Nervous system in rabbit is formed of the central nervous system. Central nervous system CNS, peripheral nervous system PNS, and autonomic nervous system ANS. The nervous system is divided into central nervous system, peripheral nervous system, and autonomic nervous system. Let us now learn one by one in detail. Central nervous system. Central nervous system consists of brain and spinal cord. எந்த விஷயத்தை நம்ம வந்து central nervous system அப்படின்னு நம்ம சொல்றோம். பிரெயினையும் நம்மளுடைய ஸ்பைனல் கார்டு அதோட சார்ந்த விஷயம் ஸ்பைனல் கார்டு. PNS is formed of 12 pairs of cranial nerve. Okay, now this is the main brain and spinal cord is the main organ of central nervous system. Now, some nerves will arise from brain and some nerves will arise from spinal cord. PNS refers to peripheral nervous system. It refers to 12 pairs of cranial nerves. Cranial nerves அப்படின்னா அந்த பிரெயின்ல இருந்து 12 pair of nerves originate ஆகி எல்லா ஆர்கனுக்கும் போகுது. அந்த nervesையும் 37 pairs of spinal nerves arises from the spinal cord. 37 பேர்ல spinal nerves arise ஆகும். எங்க spinal cordல இருந்து arise ஆகுது. அதோட சேர்த்து தான் நம்ம என்ன சொல்றோம் PNS. PNS refers to peripheral nervous system. And what is ANS? Autonomic nervous system comprises sympathetic and parasympathetic nerves. Brain is situated in the cranial cavity. Cranial na and the skull. Skull உள்ள இருக்கிற cavity தான் நம்ம என்ன சொல்லுவோம் cranial cavity and covered by three membranes called outer dura mater and inner pia mater and middle arachnoid membrane. This one you already know this. Isn't it? Membrane, outer dura mater, pia mater and middle arachnoid mater membrane. This is already we have studied in our nervous system, right? The brain is divided into forebrain. It is called as a prosencephalon. Midbrain is called mesencephalon and hindbrain is called rhombencephalon. Forebrain அதாவது நம்மளுடைய brain நம்ம வந்து மூணா பிரிக்கிறோம். முன்னாடி இருக்கிற அதாவது நெத்தி சைடுல இருக்கிற பிரெயினையும் ஓகே அதுக்கப்புறம் பின்புறம் இருக்க பிரெயின் அப்புறம் நடுவுல இருக்க பிரெயின் அப்படின்னு நம்ம பிரிக்கிறோம். இப்ப இந்த பிரெயினை நம்ம ஃபர்தரா அதுல என்ன இருக்குன்னு பார்க்க போறோம். Forebrain consists of a pair of olfactory lobes. Now I'll show you in the diagram also. You can see this is the forebrain and you can see the olfactory lobes. Lobes is present and then cerebral hemisphere. This is the cerebral hemisphere and diencephalon. This is the diencephalon. So இது மொத்தமே I am moving my cursor. This is the entire portion is called as a forebrain. Okay, a pair of olfactory lobe and central cerebral hemisphere, right side and left side is there, and diencephalon is there, which comprises forebrain. And both this left hemisphere as well as right hemisphere, cerebral hemisphere, is connected by a tissue called corpus callosum. It's a transverse band of nerve tissue called corpus callosum. Now we have finished the forebrain. Now we will move to the midbrain. The midbrain includes the optic lobe. Okay, you can able to see the optic lobe here. This is the optic lobe, midbrain, நடுவுல இருக்கிற brain. Okay, and then the hindbrain, only midbrain na optic lobes தான் இருக்கு. Hindbrain na last posterior region of the brain. What is the present? Hindbrain consists of cerebellum, pons, varicoli and medulla oblongata. So cerebellum, medulla oblongata இது எல்லாமே எதுல வரும் hindbrainல வரும். You will study about the details of mammalian brain in the chapters on nervous system. Already we know what are the part of the brain. We have already studied in our nervous system, isn't it? Yeah. Urinogenital system. Now what is urinogenital system? What do you mean by urino? Urino அப்படின்றது excretory portion. Excretionல வரக்கூடிய portion தான் urino. Genital அப்படின்றது reproductionக்கு உரிய ஒரு organ. அப்ப இது எப்படி இருக்கு? இது ரெண்டுமே அசோசியேட்டடா இருக்கா, ரெண்டுமே சேர்ந்து இருக்கு. Okay, so that is why this system is called as a urinogenital system. It comprises the urinary or excretory system as well as genital or reproductive system. Why it is called urinogenital? The answer. Yena, because it comprises both urinary or excretory system and the genital or reproductive system. Therefore, they are usually described as urinogenital system in vertebrates. Okay. Fine. Now we will see exclusively, separately we will see, but then it is togetherly it is associated. That is why we call it as a urinogenital system. Excretory system, separately we will study. Each kidney is made up of several nephrons. It separates the nitrogenous waste from the blood and excretes it in the form of urea. So what is the nitrogenous waste material of rabbit? Urea. In the urea, vada veliye thaludhu. Okay, excretion மூலமா கிட்னி என்ன பண்ணுது, ஃபில்டர் பண்ணி இந்த நைட்ரோஜனஸ் வேஸ்ட் மெட்டீரியலை வெளியே தள்ளுது. ஓகே, கிட்னிக்குள்ள என்ன இருக்கு, நிறைய ஸ்மால் யூனிட். ஸ்ட்ரக்சரல் ஃபங்க்ஷன் ஆஃப் கிட்னி இஸ் நெஃப்ரான். நெஃப்ரான் வேற, நியூரான் வேற. நியூரான் நம்ம வந்து பிரெயின்ல பார்ப்போம் செல்ஸ், இங்க வந்து கிட்னியோட செல்ஸ் பேரு நெஃப்ரான். ஓகே, யா, now we will see. Yes, they are dark red bean-shaped organs situated in the abdominal cavity. What kidney is present in the abdominal cavity? From each kidney arises ureters, which open posteriorly into the urinary bladder and leads into a thick-walled muscular duct called urethra. So you can able to see here this picture. You can see both the reproduction as well as excretory organ is togetherly it is drawn here, and that is why we call it as a urinogenital system. Now we will see only the excretory organs. You can able to see the kidney here, right and left kidney here, and ureter is coming, and it is the posterior region is connected to a urinary bladder. So through the urinary bladder, the urea is stored here in the form of urine, and then it is eliminated through this urethra. Okay, so this is the excretory part. Now we will see the reproductive part. Reproductive system. Sexual dimorphism is exhibited in rabbit. What do you mean by sexual dimorphism? A male animal is separate and female animal is separate. Okay, the male and female sexes are separate and are morphologically different. So அது வந்து டிஃபரெண்டா செப்பரேட்டா இருக்கு, அதே டைம்ல அதோட ரீப்ரொடக்டிவ் ஆர்கனும் டிஃபரெண்டா வேரியேஷன் இருக்கு. Male reproductive system. The male reproductive system of rabbit consists of a pair of testes which are ovoid in shape. Ovoid அப்படின்னா என்னது, oval மாதிரி இருக்கு. Now you can see here, this is the testis. This is a scrotal sac. In scrotal sac தான் என்னது, testis இருக்கும். The testis sperms are formed in the testis. Okay, yeah, testes are enclosed by scrotal sac in the abdominal cavity. Each testis consists of numerous fine tubules called seminiferous tubules. நம்ம வந்து இப்ப testis அந்த gland வந்து நம்ம வந்து கட் பண்ணி பார்த்தோம்னா அதுல என்ன இருக்கும்னா நிறைய fine tubes இருக்குமா. அந்த tubes பேர் என்னது, seminiferous tubules. This network of tubules lead into the coiled tube called epididymis. So இந்த seminiferous tube வழியா தான் எங்க போய் ஜாயின் ஆகுது, epididymisக்கு போய் ஜாயின் ஆகுது. So இங்க ஃபார்ம் ஆகுற ஸ்பெர்ம்ஸ்ல எங்க போய் ஸ்டோர் ஆகும், எபிடிடிமிஸ்ல ஸ்டோர் ஆகும், which leads into the sperm duct called vas deferens. திருப்பியும் இது எங்க போகுது, vas deferensக்கு ஒரு டக்ட் மூலமா போகுது. The vas deferens join in the urethra. Next, there are 3 accessory glands, namely prostate gland, corpus gland and perineal gland. These secretion are involved in reproduction. So these are the accessory other important glands associated in the reproduction. Reproductionக்கு தேவையான இந்த sperm formation ejaculationக்கு தேவையான எல்லா விஷயங்களும் தேவையான secretion இந்த glandsல இருந்து தான் கிடைக்குது. Namely prostate gland, corpus gland and perineal gland. Okay, make a note of it. Female reproductive system. Female reproductive system of rabbit consists of a pair of ovaries which are small ovoid structure. We will see now female reproductive system. We will see now. You can also see the kidney and ureter, urinary bladder, urethra, and apart from that, the reproductive organs also associated with the same system. You can able to see ovaries, a pair of ovaries, this side left side one and right side one. You can see a fallopian tube, and then it is entering into and this portion, full portion, is called as a uterus, and here it joins the vagina. And the female reproductive system of rabbit consists of a pair of ovaries which are small ovoid structure. They are located behind the kidney in the abdominal cavity. A pair of oviduct open into the body cavity of the funnel shaped opening from each side of the ovary. The anterior part of the oviduct is the fallopian tube. It leads into wider tube called the uterus. The uterus join together to form a median tube called vagina. The common tube is formed by the union of urinary bladder and the vagina and is called urinogenital canal or vestibule. It runs backward and opens to the exterior by a slit-like aperture called vulva. And a pair of corpus gland as well as perineal glands are the accessory glands present in the female reproductive system. Okay, so this is very simple as compared to the male. And we have a ovary. Ovary is there and it leads to oviduct and opens into the body cavity, funnel shaped opening called the ovary, where the egg is produced. And anterior part of the oviduct is called as a fallopian tube, and it leads into the wider tube called the uterus. The uterus join together to form a median tube called vagina, and through vagina the common tube is formed by the union of urinary bladder and vagina and is called urinogenital canal or vestibule. So what is vestibule? The common tube which is formed by the union of urinary bladder as well as vagina is called as a vestibule, through which this egg is excreted. It runs backward and open into the exterior by a slit-like aperture called vulva. And these are the accessory glands associated with the female reproductive system: corpus gland and perineal glands. So with this we are completing our chapter. Once again, let us have a quick recap of what we have studied. Points to ponder. Leech is metamerically segmented and has 33 segments. We know this. It has two suckers which are used to attach to the body of the host, and one is involved in the locomotion. And next, the salivary gland of a leech produces an anticoagulant substance. Please underline this anticoagulant substance called hirudine. Underline that. This is a very important anticoagulant substance. Hirudine. And leech is a hermaphrodite. Already we know what is hermaphrodite. Hermaphrodite, once again I will tell. The animal which has both the male reproductive system as well as the female reproductive system is called as hermaphrodite. And coming back to rabbit. Rabbit are warm-blooded animal. It means that the body temperature will not change to the changes taking place in the atmosphere. The body temperature remains constant, and that is what we call it as a warm-blooded animal. Canine teeth are absent in rabbit, and you can able to see the gap between incisor and premolar. Yeah, canine is absent. Respiration takes place through a pair of lungs in rabbit. Yes, lungs. Through lungs only it respires. And heart is a four-chamber consisting of two auricle and two ventricle. Urinogenital system comprises the urinary or excretory system and the genital or reproductive system. And most important aspect is mammary gland are modified glands of skins and help in nourishing the young ones. So these are the important points to be remembered. Now we have completed the lesson. I hope this lesson gave you a lot of information about the physiological aspect, functions of leech as well as rabbit. With this, we are completing the lesson. Thank you and have a nice day. Bye-bye.